Hello YouTube, welcome back to Inkwell Games Fields, and this is a Friday Fields, so 3 puzzle pieces difficulty. Makes it a little bit harder than the other one that I recorded. Right, I don't find these very easy, so expect things to go badly wrong. So first thing I can see is around that 1 I can block things off, and the 5 has to get out. And the 7 and the 4 and the 3 all have to be separated. Okay, and that 4 has to get out. Right, that was the easy bit. 4 gets out. This 7 has to come out. This cell 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 can't reach here, or the 4, so it has to reach the 6. And it doesn't have enough to actually form a loop away, so that I think is forced. Although there's another cell to come in on the 6. And can't just put green on the underside of the 6, because then the 4 and the 5 will join up, so that's where the other cell comes in to split them. I can't tell if it's there, or yeah, it could be there, it's one of those 3. That one doesn't help, so it has to be green. Let's see. So I've got 6 of that 8 so far. Means that the 8 cannot reach that green, so that green has to get to the 7 somehow. But it has a lot of options for that. This 4 and this 5 have to be separated. And that's potentially tricky. If I just complete the 4 across, which would be the obvious way to do it, then the 8 would have to go up another 1, and I'm in a mess. So that doesn't work. In fact, actually the 8 could come out on both of those. No, then horizontal 4 would have to put greens all across the top, and then that's pinned the 8 in, so the 4 doesn't go horizontally. So this cell is either part of the 5 or the 8. Okay, not seeing anything with that. See what else I can do. This 4 can go to there. Has to go down at least 1 somewhere. This is interesting. So if I did that for the 4, then I'm in a problem with the 6 and the 5 running together. So I can't do that. If I do that with the 4, and put another one out there somewhere, that's okay, because then the 5 and the 6 are well isolated, and I can use the last block of the 6 to split off the other green 5. As I said at the start, I find these tricky, so I'm really not sure where to continue on this one. That has to be part of the 5. Could go that way or it could go that way. Yeah, annoyingly I could fit all of this 5 block up at the top here, and if I put the 6 blue there, then I think I'm going to get into problems, because then the 4 would have to come down like this, and that 4 would have just enough room to do something, and oh, here's an interesting thought. That section there has to be 20 cells, and it has 6, 4 and 2 5s is 20. So if this 6 at the bottom goes out at all, then this 4 would have to come in. Now does that, I don't want to change colours, I want to cancel pencil marks. Does that help me any? Knowing that I have to, I knew I couldn't take the 4 out or the 5 out. It means I know the 6 can't go up 2. So I think it means this blue 4 has to come down 1. Which means I have to take the 6 out 1 and I have to take the blue 4 in 1. Right. Right, that begins to make a bit more sense. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, which bit of my arithmetic was wrong? Oh, I haven't joined that up to there. No, that's those are separated. Let's try that again. Of course, 6 could come out twice if the 4 goes in twice. Like that. Yeah. I suppose I could use the undo. Right, back to something vaguely sensible. There needs to be at least one blue in here or here. If it's that one, then the 4 has to come out like that. It can't come down another one, because then I have to fill that entire 13 cell area with 2 5s, which isn't going to work. So that would force that 5 to come out that way. And the 4 has to finish like that. And that other 6, oh, I forgot the other 6. That's why my counting went wrong. I forgot there was another cell there. However, that actually does get me a bit further, I think. Because I think that okay. Have to separate the 4 and the 6 here. I can do that with the 5, at least part of the way. Okay, go back to looking at the 8. 23, 6. It needs 2 more. The obvious thing is just to stick 2 up there. But if I do, then the problem is blocking this 4 off from the 5 isn't going to work. So I have to take the 8 up somewhere else. If I take it there, then 4 runs into the 5 here, and I can't block that off. If I do that, then the 8 gets too big. Right. So I think that one has to be blue. That one I can make green. Then I can take the 4 up somewhere. If I take the 4 up there, I can do that to finish the 8. That works okay. 7 is going to need a couple more greens down here to separate the 4 and the 5. Oh. That has to be part of the 7. 6. And I think I just ran out of Oh, that's a pity. That was going quite nicely. Yeah. I need... Yeah, I can't reach that. Okay, undo. So if I had that, then that works for the 7. And that goes up there. Five complete. Now I can't take... Got to separate this 5 and this 7. Whew. 18 minutes. Okay, I think that was a masterclass in how not to do these. Yeah. I'm not sure I'm going to be doing these ones regularly, even without recording, because they just do my mind in. Okay, well, thank you for watching. Bye.